Welcome to the online training session on the topic of Group Administrator Management for Member Support. A group administrator is responsible for ensuring the standard compliance of all the member farms. There are many criteria throughout the standard that apply to group administrators as well as to farm management. In this session, you will learn about the criteria within Principle 1 that only apply to group administrators. If you are a group administrator, please pay close attention to this session. How is your group organized? You need to write down a governance structure of the group. A governance structure includes the following: decision-making procedures. How are important decisions taken in your group? Are they taken in a democratic manner, or is the president deciding everything on his or her own? Membership selection criteria. Is anybody not allowed to become a member because of discrimination? Or is a new person admitted to the group regardless of his or her nationality, ethnic group, gender, religion, political opinion, medical condition, etc.? Membership rules. Is there any discriminatory rule, such as sanctioning members for joining a labor union? Your group should be an open, democratic, and fair organization. No discrimination should be allowed. Before joining a group, potential members need to be aware of their obligations and rights and agree with them. A written agreement should state their obligations to comply with the standard and the group's internal rules. When they do not fulfill their obligations, there are sanctions. They should also be aware that they can resign from the group when they wish. They should also know that they have rights to appeal to a decision taken by the group. Once the members understand and agree with all these, they can sign or put a fingerprint on the agreement, and they officially become members of the group. Once the members are defined, you need to keep their enrollment records. You need to keep records of their name, their contact information, their gender, their age, crops that they cultivate, the location points of their farms, and the production area size of their farms. How can we obtain location points of the farms? You can use a GPS device to get the coordinates of the locations of the farms. Or you can use Google Maps on your smartphone to get the coordinates. Or you can use Google Map or Google Earth on your computer to obtain the coordinates. By using the coordinates of the boundary of a farm, you can obtain the information about the area size as well. As a group administrator, you need to support your members in various ways. One very important support that you need to provide is training. All members need to be trained on the standard so that they can fulfill their obligations in the agreement. Training needs to be provided in a way that is accessible and understandable to all the members. Maybe some members cannot read very well. Your training should be very practical. You can do exercises, games, and field demonstrations. Try to avoid classroom lecture. Using visual aids such as photos and illustrations, even illiterate members can be perfectly trained on the standard. Some members may be living very far away. You can provide them with transport support or conduct training near where they live. You can conduct training at one of the members' farms. If your group has many members, you can prepare a team of trainers who can travel to the members' communities to conduct the training. It is important to ensure that all members receive training regardless of their conditions. After the members receive training, you need to conduct internal inspections to check whether they have implemented the standard on their farms. An internal inspection should be conducted at least once every 3 years, and the visit should be scheduled at different times of the year so that you can eventually assess all the range of practices that take place on a farm. An internal inspection should also be conducted before admitting a new member to the group. Apart from training, a group administrator should provide other support to the members. For example, You can support the members by facilitating their access to farm inputs. The group may bring the farm inputs to a location that is near where the members live. You can also help the members by finding high-quality planting materials and making them available to the members. Your members would be delighted if you could help them get access to credit at a low interest rate. If any member is living in an area where public health care is not available, the group needs to support them. A financially capable group may offer its own healthcare facility for the group members. The group may organize doctor visits to the community. The group can take the patients to the nearest hospital so that they can be attended to. If any member's children are not going to a primary school, you need to support them. The group can offer transportation support so that they can go to the nearest school. Some certified groups have even established their own school in their community. The group needs to support the members by ensuring that their children are all going to school. Lastly, you need to support them in keeping records and analyzing records. Many of your members may not be used to keeping records. The group can develop easy templates for the members to fill in their activities. The trainers can visit them and help them fill in the templates. With consistent support and practice, your members will be able to keep records and analyze them to make improvements on the farm. Lastly, the group administrator needs to communicate to the members how revenues are distributed. Are the members thinking that the revenues are kept by the group administrator and that the members are not getting their fair share? If that is not the case, you need to explain to them clearly how the revenues are distributed. The extra revenue from selling certified products may not necessarily be all given to the members, as it may be used to cover certification-related expenses, such as audits, improvements of infrastructure, and salary of the trainers. What is important is that the group administrator communicates transparently about the revenue distribution so that the members can understand and see that it is distributed in a fair manner. Let's do some quizzes to verify your understanding on the topics of this session. First quiz. A tea smallholder group is composed of the members that are all from the Kikuyu ethnic group. A new applicant needs to declare his or her ethnic group in the application form so that the group can maintain its ethnic integrity by only admitting Kikuyu people. Does this comply with the related criterion? The answer is no. Criterion C 1.15 prohibits all forms of discrimination in a member selection process. Not admitting a new applicant because of his or her ethnicity is a discrimination and cannot be allowed. Next quiz. The president of a cocoa producer group decided to opt for Rainforest Alliance certification. The president told all the members to sign a contract which states that the members must stay in the group to contribute towards the certification. Does this group comply with the related criteria? The answer is no. Firstly, this group seems to have an authoritarian decision-making process, since the president can decide on important matters of the group without consulting others. This is against criterion C 1.15. Secondly, according to criterion C 1.16, members need to have the right to resign from the group. All that considered, the contract that the president is asking them to sign is against the criterion. Let's go for the next quiz. In a coffee producer group, a trainer makes regular visits to members' farms to provide technical assistance. The same trainer also visits all the farms once every 3 years to conduct an internal inspection. Does this group comply with the related criterion? The answer is yes. There is no problem that a trainer that conducts technical assistance for a farm also conducts an internal inspection for the same farm. According to Critical Criteria 1.14, the minimum frequency of an internal inspection is every 3 years, so this case meets the criterion. The group administrator of a pepper producer group conducts a training event once a year in the capital city of the province where he resides. All members travel more than 3 hours to attend the training. At training, the group administrator talks for an hour and gives a copy of the standard to the members so that they read it at home. Most members have not graduated from a primary school. Does this group administrator comply with the related criterion? The answer is no. As we saw in criterion C 1.17, training needs to be accessible to the members who live in remote areas, and it needs to be understandable to the members with a low literacy level. The training conducted by this group administrator is not appropriate for the type of members. You cannot do just anything short and simple and call it a training. A tea farmer group is located in a very remote area, and there is no hospital in the area. The group decided to invite a doctor to the community once a year for regular checkups. For emergency situations, the group decided to use the group's vehicle to take the patient to the hospital in the town. Does this group comply with the related criterion? The answer is yes. A group does not always need to build its own medical clinic. The criterion C 1.19 asks groups to provide access to healthcare, so a group can bring a doctor to the community or take patients to a hospital. Therefore, what this group is doing is compliant with the criterion. Last quiz. The group administrator of a coffee cooperative informed its members that the price for their certified coffee was $3.50 per kilogram last year, whereas the price for conventional coffee was $3.25 per kilogram. The group administrator informed them that the extra revenue from certified coffee was used to cover the cost of technical assistance and internal inspections. The members complained that the extra revenue should have been given to them. Does the group administrator's actions comply with the related criterion? The answer is yes. Criterion C 1.18 requires transparent communication about the revenue distribution, but it does not say that the extra revenue from selling certified products needs to be given all to the members. As long as the information is openly communicated to the members, the criterion is complied with. Managing a group is often very challenging, but when a group of farmers come together, it is very powerful. As a group, you have more negotiation power. You can look for solutions together and help each other. What a smallholder cannot achieve on his or her own, you can achieve as a group. Let's create a wonderful group and achieve big goals together.